Good evening. I'd like to welcome everyone to the regular scheduled Hibbing City Council meeting for Wednesday, September 7th, 2022, and it is 5:05. Let it be shown that everyone is present except for Mayor Kanata. Meeting called to order. Number 2, adds and deletes. Add consent agenda number 10, 11, and 12. Add license permits number 10 and 11. Sorry about that. I need a motion and a second to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Moved by Councilor Bayless,
Support.
support by Councilor Fossil. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carries. Next up, approval of the minutes. First, approve the joint airport meeting with the City of Hibbing, City of Chisholm, and the Chisholm-Hibbing Airport Authority of August 15th, 2022. Wish of the council.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Councilor Hoffman-Sockman.
Support.
Support by Councilor Bayless. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. That motion carries. Next, approve the minutes of the regular scheduled Hibbing City Council meeting of August 17th, 2022. Wish of the council.
Motion approved.
Motion approved by Councilor Schreiber.
Support.
Support by Councilor Dorinas. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carries. Approve the minutes of the Hibbing City Council budget meeting of August 24th, 2022. Wish of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Councilor Fossil.
Support.
Support by Councilor Schreiber. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. That motion also carries. Next up, consent agenda. Approve the accounts payable dated 8/29/2022, checks number 172914 to 172992 in the amount of $426,924.40. Dated 09/1 of 2022, checks 172993 through 193021 in the amount of $328,931.97. 2, approve the city payroll for the pay period ending 8/12 of 2022, checks 168351 through 168428 in the amount of $562,074.05. Dated 8/26 of 2022, checks 168429 to 168434 in the amount of $523,969.83. Number 3, approve the renewal of the 2023 health insurance with Blue Cross Blue Shield for the active employees and early retirees. 4, acknowledge the resignation of Emily Ekstrand-Brummer, library specialist at the Hibbing Public Library, effective August 23rd, 2022. 5, authorize the Hibbing City Council to attend the Hibbing Fire Department open house on Saturday, September 17th, 2022 at the Hibbing Fire Hall. 6, authorize the Hibbing City Council to attend the Coffee with a Cop on Wednesday, October 5th, 2022 at Caribou Coffee. 7, authorize the promotion of Cody Lowen to captain within the Hibbing Police Department. 8, set the next regular meeting for Wednesday, September 21st, 2022, 5 p.m. in the Hibbing City Council chambers. 9, set the next City Council workshop for Wednesday, September 21, 2022, following the City Council meeting in the Hibbing City Council chambers. 10, set the next budget working session for Wednesday, September 14th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. in the Hibbing City Hall Council chambers. 11, set the budget working session for Tuesday, September 20th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. in the Hibbing City Hall Council chambers. 12, authorize the Hibbing City Council to attend the City of Hibbing HPU Golf Tournament on Thursday, September 15th at the Hibbing Municipal Golf Course. Wish of the council.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as read and published.
Motion by Councilor Hoffman-Sockman.
Support.
Support by Councilor Fossil. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carried. Next up, public forum. We have one person signed up to speak. Let it be known you have 5 minutes. And say whatever you need to say. Michael Hucka, and you want to state your name and address, please.
Michael Hoka. I live at 1718 East 25th Street, Hi, we have other people here with me because we are all neighbors, and we are sick and tired of the people, the way they drive down that street, because I live at the bottom of the hill. They're doing 50, 60 miles an hour, coming both directions from Tapala Road, going west and going east. And we are getting tired of it. We want to know if we can put a stop sign on 18th on my side of the street, and also the side of where the new football field is, the new addition that they're doing, because we have some issues there. And I think the stop sign will probably be the answer. We're hoping it will. I originally had proposed and talked to the chief about doing stop signs on 18th where I live, 19th and Tapala Road, because the people do not like the roundabout. So now they come through ours and they're coming up, and I'm not kidding you, 60, sometimes more than that miles per hour. And we can't, my one neighbor is here, they're here with me. They try to walk across the street because they like to walk. They can't get across the street because people, if you look this way and look this way, and then you try to cross the street, the way they come flying over those hills, you can't make it. And also, my other neighbors that are here, they have their two daughters that get on a school bus, but the bus comes up from 18th, turns and comes up to get them, and they're partially up about 3 houses from my house. They have to have, those two girls have to walk from their house across the street to get on that bus. And then when they drop them off, they do the same thing. They come up that street and drop them, and those two girls have to walk across the street. Somebody's gonna get killed here. I'm serious. This is serious. The other thing is, we would like a crosswalk, because we have no sidewalks in our area, and they want to cross the street. Nobody will stop for us probably anyhow, but we would like a crosswalk also. The other thing is, they redid our road completely, but we have no lines. I mean, we have a temporary line down the middle that they painted. We don't have the parking lane painted anymore. We have nothing. We would like to have that redone. And let's see, the other thing we're having trouble with is 4x4s and side-by-sides. They come at all hours of the day and night up and down our street, and they don't have speedometers, they're flying. And we got the young kids on the dirt bikes that don't belong on the road, and they're coming up and down that street, and when they see me standing there, they just crank on the throttle, and they think it's funny. I don't think it's funny. Those things do not belong on the streets. I've talked to Steve about it, Mr. Esty, excuse me. And the only other thing we can do is come here and see if you guys can help us out. This is what we want, if it's possible.
Okay, thank
And
you.
I think everything is possible.
Okay. Well, I would certainly think that between Chief Esty, doing an enforcement effort out in that area, Jesse, take a look at it if we can. If you've listened to me over the years, you know I'm not much on stop signs. But the bottom line is there's places that are where they're needed.
Neither am I, but they have to, something has to be done there.
Stop signs
Somebody's gonna-
actually-
Because now, also, the other thing I forgot to bring up is the fact that now with the new football field that they put in, the buses can't go in the parking lot to turn around, so they're gonna be dropping the kids off there to go into that field. So
Yeah,
that creates
that-
more of an issue. And we
Covers the
we're gonna
county,
have
for sure,
football
right?
there, we're gonna have soccer there, we're gonna have, I keep forgetting the words, lacrosse.
Yeah.
All that's gonna be there, plus track. So it's a lot more increased traffic in that area. Plus, we also have the people that drive down to, during the summer leagues, down to Vic Power for their kids to play softball and soccer, and we got a ton of traffic.
I agree. And I know I've caught myself going a bit quick myself going down. It's hard to keep it down here, going down the big hill, especially
Right.
towards 19th.
Yeah.
I get it, coming from Tapala this way, the
Right.
big hill
Same
coming
thing.
down.
They're coming
I
from the
get those
highway.
things. So let's look at it.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, go ahead.
Mr. Mayor, I'm also wondering if we should evaluate the ordinance for the four-wheelers and dirt bikes, or the four-wheelers. We look at that ordinance for the four-wheelers, updating it, or, yeah, review it and maybe possibly updating it.
Yeah, and the one obvious thing that a lot of people don't realize, you can't drive an ATV down First Avenue.
Right.
Any part of
Right.
First Avenue or Howard Street.
Right,
And it's constant. We've been trying to crack down on it, but unfortunately, we can't be everywhere.
right.
And Mr. Hooken knows we've been trying to do extra enforcement out there for speed as well, and I'll be honest, they do go fast out there.
Yeah, it's
And I
fast.
think he was at the senior center that day to bring this issue up.
Correct.
Right, so, yeah, I think that if we just
Yes.
look at that as well.
Council Bailey.
Thank you.
I know we talked about this exact area last year in the summertime. Did we ever get the flashing speed signs? Is there anything out there?
Flashing speed sign, people look at that for the first day and then they laugh.
Right, I get, is there one out there though yet?
Nope.
Okay, so we didn't even do
They
that.
put a
part yet.
permanent 30-mile-per-hour speed sign on the post
Yeah.
where that was, and people still ignore it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm
yeah, I'm with you.
sorry.
I feel that. I drive through there all the time and it can be dangerous, especially now with the increased traffic from that field is gonna be
The
a
field's
tough
gonna
one.
create a big problem. Somebody's gonna get killed there. And, you know, I hate to say it, but we've been here complaining about this for how many years? So there's gonna become an issue.
Councilor Schweberger.
So if you were to say if there was to be one ideal spot for stop signs, say if you just had a chance to put one, where would you see the best area?
I'm saying 18th, right in front of my house, on the corner. Reason being, if you go down to 19th, they're already by us. And 18th is where the road goes into the
Right.
football field.
Is that where the school bus stops also?
That's where they're gonna stop. Oh, no, hers, they're 3 doors up. 3 doors up there? Yeah. 3 doors up from us. And their school bus stops there. And these people come flying over that hill and those girls are in the middle of that road. Somebody's gonna get hit. I mean, it's, if you wanna see it, come over someday. I'll sit there, I'll put on coffee or whatever you want. We'll sit there and see how many people speed by. I'm serious. This is getting out of hand. And also the noise of the motorcycles. I mean, they go by our house at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm sleeping, sound asleep, and they wake me up. And it's not only me. The other neighbors are on the same thing.
I think that's an issue all over Hibbing.
I know it's an issue all
It's an
over.
issue over every city.
Yeah, I know it is.
So-
I'm not,
All right.
I'm not singling out the motorcycle guys, because, you know, I know people that have them, but I don't like all the noise.
Sure.
And I don't like the speed. And it's our main thing here is the speed. And my fear is somebody's gonna get hit there.
We'll take a look at it. Promise.
Promise?
Yeah.
Will you get back to all of us that are here?
Jesse? Keep on it.
It can be done. I mean, I can't see a problem. It's the only thing I can see is to put stop signs there that will slow the people down and they will not maybe come that way any longer. They do that now because they don't like the roundabout.
Crazy.
I know, I love the
Just don't
roundabout.
get that.
There's nothing wrong with that roundabout.
I love it.
That's the other suggestion. Somebody said, why don't we put a roundabout right there at the corner of 18th and 25th? Maybe
Okay,
they won't
Lord,
come
let's
that
see
way.
We'll hear it again.
I don't know the answers. I'm just here with some suggestions. I got people here with us. And I wish you guys could do something. And I'd love to see the signs come up and see what does happen. I
I'm
know.
not gonna promise you right now, but I know for a fact that we'll be taking a look at, it'll be enforced, and make sure city staff does what they can do.
'Cause I used to put the stop signs up in the city of Hibbing. I know how many of them there are in this town. I know when they put them all on 37th Street when I was there.
That's why I avoid 37.
Yeah, that's why everybody avoids it. This is what we're trying to bring across here, is that
Sure.
is the only way that I can see, because he can't have officers sitting there 24 hours a day.
No.
You know, and then we be able, also have to find a way to enforce it to the people that will run through it, because they will.
Okay,
Everybody's in a hurry, so thank you.
thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, department and committee reports. First up, city engineer Jesse Story, resolution 220901.
Mayor Council, this is to the authorization for the city of Hibbing to enter into an agreement with the St. Louis County for their maintenance programs for 2023. There's 2 of them in your packet. One is for Class 5 crushing. The county sent, the county sent out an email and a letter where we can enter into crushing, crack sealing, chip sealing, striping. So we'd like to enter into an agreement with them for Class 5 crushing. This would be in the Riley Pit down the Bunker Road. We can crush up to 5,000 tons, which is roughly 3,500 yards. The cost for this is $3.80 per ton, with $300 for project administration and $200 for testing every 1,500 tons. What this does is, instead of crushing again in a current pit where we have Class 5 next year, we can crush down bunker roads. We have some on the bunker road, some off the Marksmanship Road, and then some in our pit by the garage. The cost for next year for this would be $19,000, plus the $300 for project admin and $600 for testing. And I did include this number into our 2023 budget. The next one is for crack sealing on our existing city streets. If you look at the list there, I have, excuse me, broken down. We have 10.826 miles, road miles of city streets, non-participating, and 13.882 miles of state aid streets. So the city streets, I included that number in our 2023 budget. That number is about $81,000. For the state aid streets, that number is about $104,000, and we can use state aid funds to fund that portion of the project. So what they'll do is, once we get them the list, get them the resolution, they'll go drive all these streets and get us a more updated cost. The $7,500 per road mile is usually something that has cracks every 5-10 feet. These projects that we have are from 2013 to 2021, so they're not cracked up as bad as their estimate seems. So they're every 50 to 100 feet. But what this will do, this will increase the longevity of our city streets. So I'm just asking council to approve the resolution to enter into this project with the county.
Wish of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Councilor Fossil,
Support.
support by Councilor Bayless. Any further discussion? Sounds like a good deal to me. We could save our city streets and make them last longer. Why wouldn't we? So, hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carries. Next up, authorize installation of stop signs by Greenhaven School and Second Avenue East and West Inner Drive and South Inner Drive. Jesse?
Mayor, council, if you've driven by the Greenhaven School on Second Avenue East, West Inner Drive that comes out onto South Inner Drive, these are free right and free left turn intersections. There's crosswalks at each intersection. I did go there today and I did watch, there's a lot of kids that cross from the Greenhaven neighborhood that come to the school walking, and there's no stop signs there. So people are just whipping around that curve. So what I'd like to do is install stop signs and stop bars at both of those intersections. And then next year, we can look at redoing the crosswalks so they configure a little bit better with the intersections. So I'm asking for council approval to install those signs and stop bars.
Wish of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Councilor Hopkins Sockman, support by Councilor Bayless. Sorry. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carries. One quick question that Mike brought up, the striping and lines down on 25th.
Yeah, we can take a look at down there. So just a question.
But it is temporary after they were done.
Oh, for the fog lines and for the center line.
Right.
Yep. So
It'll
when,
be redone.
so yeah, we'll get those. Those will be on our next year's painting project.
Well, here,
Yep. So that'll be next year when we paint that.
Okay.
Yep.
should be done though, because, you know, all those people coming out of the racetrack, they're crazy too, you know, they want to get out of there.
Okay.
There are no lines.
Oh, are you saying crosswalks or the whole road striping?
The whole road striping.
Yep.
Yes, please. You
Okay.
can't see where, you know, like, I
Mike,
walk down.
Mike, we're gonna talk, you have to jump here.
I walk down after the races, I walk down the street. And before, I used to be able to walk in the white line, inside the white line, the fog line.
Yep.
Well, there's no fog line now, and people are missing me by inches because I'm walking on the street. Because we have no sidewalks other than the bike trail.
Right.
And the bike trail, the grass needs to be cut and everything else. I don't wanna get into everything, but we got some
Okay.
issues over in that area. And the crosswalk that, by the way, the other one is the crosswalk used to be up on, where Tony, I don't know what your address is up there. They used to have it painted there, the signs are there and everything. The crosswalk has not been painted yet.
Okay.
Okay, we'll look at all that.
Yeah, the whole
Thank you,
works.
Mike.
And if you wanna go for a ride someday, all the way.
Okay. You buy 'em. Next up. Building official Pat Green, offer resolution number 22-09-02. Pat.
Mayor and council members, This is to approve resolution for us to apply and accept funds from the IRRB demolition grant program for, it would be for one house and one garage. Total amount $4,848.
Thank you. Wishes of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Counselor Bayless.
Support.
Support by Counselor Fossil. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same, motion carries. Thank you, Pat.
Thank you.
Next up, Chief of Police Esty, approve policy number 39. Chief?
Mayor and council, good evening. Looking for approval of our newest policy, number 39. This covers confidential informants. Mainly this will cover our task force member, Officer Holem, in the events he has to deal with confidential informants. Looking for council approval to get that moving forward.
Wish of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Counselor Fossil. Support by Counselor Jarinas. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same, motion carries. Go ahead, Chief, next.
Item B is to authorize for the mayor and city clerk to sign our 5-year agreement with the BCA. This is in regards to our ICAC program. That's for child and human trafficking. With the addition of Dottie, this is really important for our department to be a partner with the BCA.
Okay, wish of the council.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Counselor Hoffman, second.
Support.
Support by Counselor Schweberger. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same, motion carries. Next up, City Services, Nicola.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Item A tonight is a proposal for geotechnical work out at the proposed Cary Lake Campground. This would be for Ron Intertech to do 2 soil boring samples out there. And this will allow us to move forward on the final design for the shower building. This would be on the shower building location. So asking you for approval for $4,750 for Ron Intertech.
Wish of the council.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Counselor Fossil.
Support.
Support by Counselor Jarinas. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same, motion carried.
The next thing, item B, that I have for you tonight is to engage in a contract agreement for service with Heather Matvey to provide special events organization for the city of Hibbing. Since we were unable to hire a qualified candidate for the recreation programmer position, this will help us in the short term to still be able to provide those special events for the community. We're looking at 4 special events, 2 this year and then 2 coming up next spring. So this would be 4 events for the city of Hibbing, and use her services in the short term. Hopefully come up with a long-term solution for that position coming up next year. Looking for approval to move forward with that contract.
Wish of the council.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion approved by Counselor Fossil.
Support.
Support by Counselor Bayless. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Earl.
Thank you.
Number 5, City Administrator, Mr. Brzezinski, Resolution 220903.
Mr. Mayor, City Council, thank you. I come to you this evening, 220903 for support. This is a resolution supporting the Range Regional Airport and their authority to levy against our taxpayers. As a matter of process, you already kind of mentioned a few things about that levy. Our City Council met with the Chisholm City Council and the authority about a month ago or so, went through the budget. We as staff wanted to get together with Barrett. He walked us through his entire budget, not quite line by line, but we had a lot of great discussion. It was about a 90-minute meeting. What I would like to put in front of the City Council, and for the sake of our taxpayers locally here, I did include a fiscal impact in the budget packet or the City Council packet. And there are about 6 different key indicators within that fiscal impact study, which was conducted by the Minnesota Department of Transportation. And there's 2 specifically that I want to point out to the city council and our taxpayers here locally. The Range Regional Airport is responsible for about $25 million of outside spending happening locally here in Hibbing. I think that is significant. The other thing that I wanted to point out, also on the economic development side, there's about a total of $36 million, and that's direct, indirect, induced economic activity because of the Range Regional Airport here locally. Why do I bring these points to the city council? I often get asked, what are our taxpayer dollars doing when it comes to funding that airport? It's significant. I think there's great support for that airport locally. I just want to make sure that our taxpayers and our city council hear that from me as the administrator and make sure that we support that airport. So with that, I'll try to answer any questions that you may have. Otherwise, support for that resolution would be appreciated.
Thank you. We had a great presentation out there, excuse me, when we met with the Chisholm Council and the authorities, so I think we're pretty up to snuff on everything they needed. I know you had a question on the budget. You're happy with it? We're good with it? I'll ask the wish of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Councilor Schweberger,
Support.
support by Councilor Hoffman-Sockman. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carries. Item B.
Thank you, Mayor and City Council. I also would offer Resolution 220904, approving the potential land sale to Detroit Diesel per the existing lease terms.
Okay. Wish of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Councilor Bayless.
Support.
Support by Councilor Drenus. Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carries. And I'll just say I was very, very happily surprised with what's going on out there. I was fortunate enough to have a tour of that facility a few weeks back. I was amazed. It's a great employer. Place is jammed. They're doing great business. I was very, very impressed. So glad this is happening. Next up, City Administrator's report.
Thank you. One last item from my office this evening, and actually, Chief Esty and myself are going to kind of tag team this. So there's been a lot of talk about blight in Hibbing. So I want to address that. I've asked Steve to come up with a report that kind of details a few things. I think the main thrust of the conversation, we've got a handful of properties that have been high profile that really need some attention. Those are not the only properties that we've been addressing. We have made some improvements. So Steve, I'm gonna hand it to you if you wanna just give the city council and our residents a quick little report on what we've been up to and kind of the next steps.
Yeah, thanks, Greg. So as I passed out this quick report here that, with the help of the 2 PDAs I put together, and to get started, just so we're, you guys are already aware, but they're both part-time. And something we're really pushing for next year is to get one of them increased to be a full-time person. Because as you can see here by the report, they're very busy. So it's a 3-part job: parking, blight, and animal control. And over the years, those 3 positions have been one on their own. So trying to combine all 3 of them into one has been a challenge. But for 2022, just the 2 gals alone have written 646 parking tickets. And the majority of those were over the winter season due to snow plowing and that type of stuff. Nearly 100 animals transported to the Range Regional Facility, which we talked about at our last budget meeting. That's probably something we need to address here moving forward because that facility is used quite often, especially now with these 2 gals working. And then the one that gets the most attention is the blight. And I know we concentrate on the bad properties, but to keep it in reference here that they've given 336 blight notices. So in order to get a blight notice, we take a complaint from a resident, the gals go over there, they recognize what the issue is, They then give the notice to the landowner or resident, whoever it may be. Of those 336, 215 of them were taken care of by the residents. So that's, nearly 65% of our complaints were taken care of. And it kind of breaks down, the majority of the areas we have the issue are directly in town, but, Kelly Lake, Brooklyn, Kitsville, those outer areas are getting addressed as well. We have a plan kind of moving forward that me and Greg have been working on. We're gonna tackle what we call the top 10 priority properties. And I think we can pretty much figure what those ones are around town. So we're working with city employees and a independent contractor to tackle those properties and get them cleaned up before the snow flies. So I know we really concentrate on the 4 or 5 eyesores, but there has been significant improvements over the past 8 to 10 months. Any questions?
Council?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I just want to say thank you, and I know we've been having some conversation about this almost every meeting, and it's really nice to see the numbers behind it and see the work that's being done, so greatly appreciated, and be excited to share this with the people that call me about blight, so.
I would say right now, blight is still my most received complaint. And, some of them are very minor, and you go and look at them, and there's really, they got 3, 4 cars, which are all licensed, or one might be a junker, but it's still licensed and all those things. So, there's some minor ones, but the major ones, those are especially the ones that we have to hit hard, and you've given us a list. And we're obviously getting our money's worth when it comes to PVAs. You can see how busy they are, so thank you to them also.
And just so the public's aware, currently we are not actively out looking. We're only taking complaint-based, and you can just see how busy we are on complaint-based. So if we actually had, the time and the effort to go and look, we could do that as well, but 336 just off of complaint-based.
Okay.
So,
Thank you, Chief.
thanks.
Mr. Przinski, anything else?
That's all I have from my office, thank you.
Number 6, City Clerk Treasurer Sheena Malner, Resolution 220905.
Good evening, Mayor and City Council. This evening, I bring before you Resolution number 22-09-05 to approve the certification of the 2023 HRA levy in the amount of $50,000. Jackie Prescott, the Executive Director of the HRA, presented to the City Council on July 20th. And within her presentation, she mentioned using the $50,000 levy as leverage so that they can complete a citywide market study. This study would not only help out the HRA, but also help the city to develop a strategic plan to address our city's housing needs. I'm asking the City Council for approval of the $50,000 levy. That is the same levy as it was last year.
Thank you, Sheena. Wish of the council.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Counselor Hoffman Sockman,
Support.
support by Counselor Schweberger. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carried. Next up, bids and quotes. Number 1, City Engineer Jesse.
Mayor Council, attached is a quote from Midstate Truck Service for a rear differential for one of our dump trucks. The cost for the rear diff is $3,565.83, but this does include a $1,300.50 core. So once we take that out, we'll send it back, we'll get a credit back. Our guys, our mechanics at the garage will do the work, so I'm asking for council approval.
Wish of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Counselor Bayless.
Support.
Support by Counselor Fossil. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carries. Item B.
Mayor Council, I'm asking to approve the check to be sent to Boyer Trucks. You recall our new sander was in an accident. Boyer Trucks did fix this. This was an insurance claim. We actually did pick up the truck already. So we're just asking to send the check to Boyer in the amount of $71,927.57.
Wish of the council.
Motion approved.
Motion approved by Counselor Schweberger.
Support.
Support by Counselor Fossil. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carried. Chief Esty, item A.
Mayor and Council, thank you. Looking for council approval to move forward with the purchase of the PMI evidence tracking system. We actually talked about this at our budget session. I was able to find some money in forfeitures in the amount of $6,770. So if we make this purchase this year with that forfeiture money, it'll also help us next year, cut down on that capital cost. So looking for council approval to move forward with that purchase.
Wish of the council.
Support.
Support. Motion by Counselor. Motion by Counselor Drenas, my mistake also.
I'll support.
Support by Counselor Bayless. Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carries. Next up, license and permits, and it's quite a list, so we'll bring through them. One, approve the 2022 massage therapy license of Sarah Sagan Shine Salon and Day Spa, 401 East Howard Street. Wish of the council.
Motion approved.
Motion approved by Counselor Fossil,
Support.
support by Counselor Schweberger. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same, motion carries. Two, approve the raffle permit application request of Shannon Paulson, Sweet Dreams, to hold their raffle on Saturday, October 15th, 2022, I take it? October 2022 at the Hibbing Elks Lodge. Wish of the council.
Motion approved.
Motion by Counselor Bayless,
Support.
support by Counselor Hoffman Sockman. Discussion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Same, motion carries. Number three, approve the special event permit application of Perel and Associates to hold their event at the Hibbing Memorial Building on Saturday, March 18th, 2023. Wish of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Counselor Fossil.
Support.
Support by Counselor Schweberger. Discussion, hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same, motion carries. Approve the special event permit application of the Hibbing Fire Department to hold their open house at the Hibbing Fire Hall on Saturday, September 17th, 2022. Wish of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Counselor Bayless.
Support.
Support by Counselor Fossil. Discussion, hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same, motion carries. Five, approve the special event permit application of the Range Engineering Council to hold their STEM showcase at the Hibbing Memorial Building on Friday, October 7th, 2022. Wish of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Counselor Hoffman Sockman.
Support.
Support by Counselor Fossil. Discussion, hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same, motion carries. Six, approve the special event and permit application of Brooke Brower and Tyler Kittner to host their wedding at the Hibbing Memorial Building on Saturday, September 10th, 2022. Wish of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Counselor Bayless.
Support.
Support by Counselor Schweberger. Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same, motion carries. Congratulations. Seven, approve the temporary liquor license to Palmer's to dispense alcohol at the Rower Kittner wedding at the Hibbing Memorial Building on Saturday, September 20th, 2022. Wish of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Counselor Hoffman Sockman.
Support.
Support by Counselor Fossil. Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same, motion carries. Eight, approve the special event permit of the Algonquin Youth Activities Association, the Hibbing Police Department to hold their K-9 fundraiser on Saturday, October 8th at the Hibbing Memorial Building. Wish of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Counselor Hoffman Sockman.
Support.
Support by Counselor Drenas. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same, motion carries. Nine, approve the temporary liquor license to Palmer's to dispense alcohol at the K-9 fundraiser on October 8th at the Hibbing Memorial Building. Wish of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Counselor Bayless.
Support.
Support by Counselor Foster. Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same, motion carried. 10, approve the raffle permit application requested of Algonquin Youth Activities to hold their, oh, we just did this one.
I think one was a special event.
It's a raffle.
Oh, it's
It's
a
the
raffle,
raffle.
okay, I'm sorry, my mistake. Number 10, approve the raffle permit application requested of Algonquin Youth Activities to hold their raffle at the Hibbing Memorial Building on Saturday, October 8th, 2022.
Motion approved.
Motion approved by Counselor Schweberger.
Support.
Support by Counselor Fossil. Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carries. 11, approve the raffle permit application of the Hibbing Elks Lodge to hold their raffle at the Hibbing Elks Lodge on Saturday, October 15th, 2022. Wish of the council.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Counselor Drenas.
Support.
Support by Counselor Fossil. Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carried. I'll need a motion and a second for adjournment.
So moved.
So moved by Counselor Bayless.
Support.
Support by Counselor Fossil. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.